Now I go live. Live now. Markets up a bit after Federal Reserve Jerome Powell speaks, saying cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin continued to above 35,000 to okay, HTTP live. Okay, I'll do that. I have to admit, I am learning a lot about trademarks, more than I ever thought possible. It's also actually surprisingly cold in New York City because it's raining and cloudy, which is just fine because before it was hot and muggy. So I'm enjoying the cold weather while I can still enjoy it during the summer, essentially. Okay, so let's see, make sure I'm buffed up in EverQuest. Alright, so I'm actually waiting to hear from my lawyer, so I don't know if I'm going to stay on to wait for Greg's video. So I'll definitely maybe keep it short if that's the case, but because I actually emailed him a couple of articles from other lawyers, which is kind of interesting because he himself is a lawyer and technically competition. Just doing extra research, and it actually seems like like definitely we were just a little too passive with this. I should have just immediately went with Kickstarter. So I just told him that I'm going to file the trademark dispute with Kickstarter. Actually, probably after 5 o'clock. So I mean, it's already pretty much the end of the thing. Because I have until Thursday until that Kickstarter. Actually, you know what? What is actually Kickstarter contact number? Do they have a contact number? That's a privacy policy. I use this for. How do I contact Kickstarter support? Request a product is not available in all circumstances. Yeah, they don't have a phone number, so well, let's see. Wow. Kickstarter was founded right here in Brooklyn, in New York City. Really? Oh. Damn, that might. Oh man, I wonder if they're still gonna actually be. Well, I'm sure I might file it because I'm gonna probably wait till like 7 o'clock because I want to hear back from my lawyer to see if he's gonna tell me no, don't do that. I mean, so far he hasn't responded, so he hasn't said no yet. But yeah, it's just after I settle this dispute, if I do, well, I know I will. It's just hopefully a lot sooner than later. Definitely have a much bigger appreciation for just simply like, I'm just gonna keep coding, because I was actually looking at other trademark takedowns on Kickstarter, and yeah, like they do it pretty regularly too, because like Warner Brothers complained to Kickstarter and they took it down. Nintendo also did the same thing. Now, obviously, I'm not a big fry, but I also found out about another case from 6 years ago. Probably is it 6 years ago. And that one was a little more clear cut. I mean, mine's pretty clear cut too, because basically everything's actually the exact same. Right? Goods and services are both video games, and we both have basically the same marks. Right? He just has a slightly different word. So the likelihood of confusion is like pretty much like close to 100%. So it still should count as a trademark infringement. More importantly, I'm already using it in commerce. He's not, right, by legal terms. So I'll probably put that in there too. So yeah, but oh well. I'm also looking at other lawyers too, specifically the video game IP lawyer that I completely forgot about. I wish I called that person first. That I actually found out about when I was on the receiving end of a cease and desist letter. So my inside game design group told me about the same guy. He said, yeah, he's the best in the business. So it's like, and believe it or not, probably slightly cheaper too. So, well, that's just how it goes. So anyway, okay, so no new video yet. Let me see. Anything from the lawyer yet? No, not yet. Okay. All right, so this is not correct. The markets are only slightly up today, but still up at least. And Nasdaq did surprisingly well. Okay, so here's a new article. I do want to read this because I was reading the Yahoo article about Jerome Powell's comments, and it doesn't make any sense. Which actually is correct because the Fed is just hyper manipulating everything, right? Up is down and down is up, and then sometimes up is up and down is down. It just keeps switching all the time. So all right, so bonds have been bought somewhat today, so that's interesting. The dollar actually went down today as well, so that's kind of odd. So maybe it's the Federal Reserve buying. Riot did pretty well today, despite crypto being in chaos, so that's a really strong sign. ExxonMobil and Bank of America also did pretty decent too, and that's with crude oil going down. So I don't care about precious metals. So everything looks pretty good. Like the setups look pretty good here. Powell, long way to go in economic recovery. The U.S. economy requires support. Messaging from the central bank last week that it might pare back. No, that's not going to happen. Long way to go. You can't swing over as long as it takes. Okay. Powell is out with the pancake, face strong job creation, schools reopening, blah, blah, blah. He also said inflationary pressures are transitory, although he described the idea of 5% inflation is not acceptable. Okay, so because the article I read before was also on Yahoo Finance, and it just was contradicting itself. I think I did tweet about it. Yeah, this is the article that I tweeted out 28 minutes ago. It was just contradictory. Like, it doesn't make sense. Powell's commentary comes as official as central banks express their eagerness to kick off discussions about paring back the repo program, then raise rates. Yeah, that's just not going to happen. Last Wednesday, the Fed said it would keep short-term borrowing rates at near zero. Okay, and they'll continue to buy $120 billion a month. Yeah, 13 of the 18 FOMC people says they might raise interest rates at least one time by the end of 2023. Actually, after the Federal Reserve yanked all that U.S. dollars from the circulation, and then the dollar got really strong as a result, that actually screwed up inflation. Actually lowered it. All right, that's why commodity prices came crashing down. Now the question is, I don't think they can keep doing that because that's going to cause like a credit and liquidity freeze because there's no money in circulation to pay your bills or something. Bond markets swung on the news as markets are surprised at the Fed pulling back its pace of easy money printing, blah, blah, blah. Long way to go. So he may not be eager as his... Okay, and Jerome himself said he's not as eager to pull back that support. We're digging out a very deep hole. We made a lot of progress. Okay, good. She was bullish on recovery while clearly suggested that the economy could make the scenario for it was looking for the blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically it's the standard Fed speak. All right, that's what we used to call it during the economics days, Federal Reserve speak. So the Fed speak is just saying one thing and the other one's saying the opposite, but Jerome Powell has already spoken. He's like, we're not going to do shit. So that's actually good. Unfortunately, because the Federal Reserve doesn't have a united message, it kind of is just confusing everybody. And, of course, that's probably impacting cryptocurrencies. Now, that being said, I do see that because Bitcoin went down as low as 28,000 today. I thought it might go lower. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Just get it over with. But surprisingly, every single time it hit 28K or even 30K, right? When it was trying to go to 30K and then eventually down to 28K, there was a lot of resistance at 30 to 31K. So there's definitely institutions buying a crap load of Bitcoin and really cryptocurrencies on this dip. So that's a very good sign. And of course, Chinese miners are continuing to leave, China, right? I mean, that's just going to take time. Now, I don't know exactly when they started the process. I read an article. I might have tweeted that out today. that said, actually, yeah, it was the Kazakhstan article I tweeted out this morning when I woke up, that said that some Bitcoin miners in China were already moving out. They were moving out, I should say, as early as May. So they've already been in the process of it, but they're still moving equipment out. I mean, it's a lot of crap that they have to move. So I mean, that's just going to take time. So the ideal situation is things will go back up after July 4th. That's like 2 weeks from now. Hey, Miniwaza. Haven't seen you here in a while, actually. Oh, but I guess that's okay too, because this trademark dispute is just like driving me up a effing wall. But the good news is I am learning a lot, so it is what it is. And there's a potential problem for me down the line. There's two of them. One I can easily deal with because it's just some idiot on YouTube and he's like a 14-year-old kid. But this other one actually has funding, but he filed it as an intent to use case. So that would imply, so yeah, he raised $1 million somehow, but that was back in 2018. So now he's filing the intent to use thing. So I think by the time that guy becomes a problem, I'll be able to challenge him and win, and then I'll take the trademark for myself and then protect myself completely. I've been wage slaving like crazy. Finally got a day off. Well, that's good. I mean, hell, you could probably put some money into this shit, right? Or actually, have you seen my Bitcoin Clown World videos I put up on YouTube or Rumble? Probably take a look at the DeFi stuff, right? The auto pancake or the Merlin pool. Right now, I'm in the auto cake pool in Merlin. I'm still tempted to do the Merlin Binance Coin liquidity pool, which is LP. But I just don't know if I want to deal with the impermanent loss. But that APR is just so high that I think it just overpowers it. But the problem is, I don't know. So the safer bet's definitely this one because it's just straight up free money. Specifically 184%. And yeah, so that's basically it's causing me so much stress. I mean, I'm dealing with it okay, and I've been losing weight too. So that's been progressing very nicely. That plant paradox thing really opened my eyes. Now I'm still eating a little unhealthy today. It's like 4 chicken wings and like this frozen burrito that my mom and dad gave me a couple months ago. But I'm controlling the calories. I'm actually controlling the calories. So even if I eat this, I'll still lose weight. So yeah. Plus my food's getting cold. But so I'm really asking Jesus for a lot of crap, man. Like he's definitely waving his magic wand like 24/7. So I just have to hope that these decisions that I'm making are gonna work. Because so far I have not technically had a success. And funny enough, in most of my life, I've actually been a winner, mostly in video games, and I've been a loser a lot in money. But now I'm a winner in money for the most part. This trademark thing is the first thing in a long time that I've had to deal with where I'm always losing. So I'm really hoping that this is going to result in and I have a very strong case. I have an extremely strong case. So, as long as Kickstarter is not a fucking asshole towards me, I should be able to protect Dragonflare Studios, at least for the time being. And I'm definitely double timing it on the Unreal Engine coding courses. Because the faster I get through that, the faster I can start actually working on the Battle Royale game. Right? And then just start building my reputation and most importantly, the fame. It's so annoying. I don't even want the fame anymore. But I actually need it because it's the only way to keep these intellectual property asshole pirate thieves, at bay. Because they'll search and they'll go, oh, yeah, I see Seditionists. Oh, I see the Johnson Chan asshole. Oh, yeah, he owns Dragonflare Studios and he's a trademark asshole. So I better not make a game or company similar to his shit. All right? But that can't happen if there's nobody, if I'm not visible in the search results because there's nothing to show. Or very little. My friend wants to get into crypto. What would I say? Well, the first thing, I need to know a lot of things, right? Like how much money does he have? What's his cash flow situation? I don't know, can you tell me more about his situation? Like, what's his money situation? What is his income? And what is his monthly expenses? I'm going to assume that he's got a job too. I mean, we could probably talk about that while we wait for Greg, because, you know, to be honest, I really don't want to end the stream. I just need to, like, just do something to take my mind off this trademark retarded bullshit. Alright, well, my lawyer hasn't responded yet, so it does look like I will be a go to contact Kickstarter and submit the trademark takedown. Yeah, a payment of 500 bucks, that's it. Just some savings, real basic. Oh, boy. Well, that's not really much, but to be honest, I actually think he should probably do the DeFi pool and stick with the safe one. This one's the safest, all right, 108.79%. You'll have to just go through some YouTube videos and go through my DeFi video for the explanation of this, because I don't want to go through the technicals of getting MetaMask wallet and whatever. But basically, just buy a bunch of pancake, right, tokens, which is on the Binance Smart Chain blockchain, which is a fork of Ethereum. So it works exactly like Ethereum, but the fees are much cheaper, especially right now because crypto prices are like dog shit. So you're only paying like 30 cents per transaction. And then just simply stake your pancake in here. You'll have full control of over it because you're going to use MetaMask internet wallet, right? So you have full control. Nobody can steal your coins. Well, unless you blur out your secret password code. So and obviously that's not going to happen, right? And then just simply earn constant auto compounding 108.76%. I am doing this one because I want 184% compounding returns. Now this one's a little different. This thing constantly compounds, but you get your money in both Cake and Merlin tokens. Now Merlin tokens has had some issues, but I already did the research already, so I think they'll be fine because they already had a flash loan hack attack. But they survived it. Also, it was at the beginning of Merlin tokens, so the price was already going to drop to a lot anyway. Yeah, I did two Bitcoin Clown World videos yesterday because it was just a really important day. You know, China FUD, but it was real, and then this thing. Because I was asking Jesus for some serious help both with the money and the trademark shit, and then I guess for some reason he inspired me with this. And the reason why is because I was watching Cryptos R Us, you know, the Asian guy, George. And he mentioned a couple days before something about DeFi and then auto staking. I was like, you know what? Wasn't there a video that he did? So I went back and I watched it and I actually paid attention to it. I was like, wait a minute. Auto compounding 109% to 200% and then thousands of percent. I ignored the thousands of percent because that's obviously kind of like a scam. You want to stay with the safe stuff. So I do Pancake, which is cake or pancake swap, because this is specifically backed by Binance themselves. So Binance is a legit company. So they're backing Cake, right? So that makes Cake legit. And Merlin Lab was a little more iffy about because they're also anonymous, but Beefy Finance, which was mentioned by Crypto Kid on Gregory Manarino's video last Saturday, I think, right? So basically a couple days ago or 2 weeks ago. And Beefy Finance's Twitter actually tweeted out that they will be supporting Merlin Coin. And then Merlin Coin also retweeted back. So if Beefy Finance thinks that Merlin Lab is legit, okay. The only slight problem, it might be the domain name, Merlin Lab, because it shares the same name as a software company that's also named Merlin Labs. Yeah, see, it's a software company. It's on Crunchbase. They raised money, and they were founded in 2018. And like, so this one's called Merlin Lab without the S. So I mean, technically they might be able to get away with it because this is a cryptocurrency DeFi platform, so the goods and services are completely different. So there could be a trademark issue. I mean, now that I'm a expert, quote unquote, now on trademark issues, but I honestly I don't think it's a problem because all that's going to happen is they're just going to be forced to, you know, rename, and that's not a big deal. And on top of that, I don't know if MerlinLabs.com knows about these guys yet, or maybe they did and they just don't care. So yeah, so I'm in my I'm in this for now. I think I already read that. So let's hope that Gray, because I actually want to turn off the camera and eat food. Yeah, yes, perfect, just in time. Ah, it's fucking trademark shit, retard shit. No, I don't care. Fed, not concerned about inflation. They're gonna buy everything. Okay. Let me check one last time. That's okay. My Gmail says that's the Gregory Manarino video. Okay, I haven't heard back from the lawyers, so it looks like I will be contacting Kickstarter.
I'm laughing already. Okay, everybody, it is me.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. So that would be my. That's the that I think is like a good balance between risk and cash flow. Because if your friend only has $500, you're gonna want cash flow. I mean, I'm always biased towards cash flow, so that's why. But let's say your friend doesn't want to do that, which I think would be crazy, right? Because let's say he's nervous about Merlin Lab. Okay, this is totally legit. Like this is super safe. You're literally getting free 108.76%. So just park your money in this. Because even if you buy Pancake and it goes down, well, it's going to go down because everything else is going down. So that's what I would do. If he wants to go full speculation, he could buy full on Shiba coin, which actually is doing really well in this downturn. It's still actually worth more, or it was. Where is she? Yeah, Shiba coin still has a market cap way higher than Pancake Swap. All right. So the strength of this meme coin, because people love dog coin, is so good. So he could also buy Shiba coin and then put it in a hotbit and just get 3.65% a year if he wants to just buy and hold. Uh, Otherwise, he could buy VeChain or really any of these major cryptocurrencies. You know, but I think his best bet would be just get Pancake and just get your 108%. Because I actually realized that at the beginning of this year, had I actually gone into Pancake Swap and gotten like 400%, 500% APR, instead of VeChainer and Filecoin and whatever, and doing all this other shit, and Cardano, I would actually have a few $100,000 right now after this shit has gone down because I was producing so many effing pancake coins. Just, I'm just so fucking mad, because about this, about the programming, not as much though, and then the trademark shit. It's just like I'm smarter than this. I should be able to. I mean, but I can't be too hard on myself because how the fuck was I supposed to know about this? All right. Hey, American supremacists, I haven't seen you in a while either. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's a large reason why I'm just gonna step away from like political shit. Of course, I'll still tweet about it occasionally and I'll still talk about it occasionally, but I definitely want out of it. I think it's just completely screwed me. I bet if I wasn't covering politics shit, I would have been able to learn about this finance shit a lot sooner. Of course, that might mean none of you would be here because you would never have heard about me. I don't know. I kind of crapped my pants and sold Bitcoin at 28,000 and it went up to 33K. Oh my god, you actually had paper hands. Yikes. Isn't this your first time doing this, by the way? So take it as a lesson. Now you could be right, and Bitcoin continues to go down, but I mean, I've been in job area on the West Coast. Oh well, that's good. Did you get the? Oh yeah, well you just been here. Oh, did you get a job yet? Uh, oh, so that means it's like 205 right now where you are. Assuming you're still in the West Coast. Yeah, I bought back at 32K. Yeah, so just take that as a lesson. Like, remember, you shouldn't sell until I sell, right? And the only reason why I'm selling is because I'm going into like better coins, like Pancake Swap, right? This is what I'm in right now, is Pancake Swap and Shiba Coin. But the principle is still the same. I'm still bullish and long on this market. I'm just trying to figure out how to optimize the long positions. Now, the bigger problem is my call options on both Riot. My Riot blockchain calls are fine. They got plenty of time. My Ledger X options expire at the end of this year on December 31st. That is actually going to lose money if Bitcoin doesn't get off its lazy ass. I have another interview, LOL. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, I'm sure you'll eventually get a thing of it, a job. I mean, if that's what you want. Diamond Hands Chan. Yeah, that could be a good like call sign on like one of my video game characters. I actually kind of like that. I'll think about that. But yeah, I've been doing this. I've been doing Bitcoin since 2011, right? I heard about it in 2010, but thought it was a dumbass idea, so I didn't get into it. And then before that, I was, studying stocks and shit, because that's all you could do at the time, right? Bitcoin didn't exist. The concept of cryptocurrency did not exist, right? I've been doing money stuff for at least 20, 25 years, man. So, I've seen and been through it all. I lost tens of thousands of dollars in foreign currency exchange too. So, I paid my effing dues, right? I mean, and yeah, I can understand it's hard. Like, even I was getting a little irritated up until I learned about this and getting impatient about this stupid, correction that phase that we're still going through, right? But the primary reason why is because I have no cash flow, which is why now I'm actually a lot more confident now because, like, I finally got the biggest problem off of my back, all right? That's my most immediate problem, right? Which is cash flow. So even if everything goes south, my pancakes are making me money, right? In the form of this shit, right? Specifically, now I'm making 184.48% a year. I don't want to say how much money I'm making per day, but I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right now, right? So, and especially now that I'm hiring lawyers and shit. I had paper hands before I met myself. Now it's not even a thought. Well, that's good. So at least I've helped out at least one person better their lives. So at least I'm glad which is why I still want to keep doing these streams, even though I think only like what 5, 10 people watch this. I mean, I'm sure eventually it'll grow after I release the game, right? The Battle Royale game. Oh my God. That effing trademark. I'm gonna check one last time, and then we're gonna start the video because I gotta eat my food. I'm freaking starving. All right, I don't see anything here. Uh, yeah, I think that's enough advice for your friend Miniwaza. So he just like he can do that. We got to 6 cents. Oh, vet got to 6 cents. Yeah, I see. I'm already out of vet. So, but I mean, pancake swap is down from $20 to 16. What was it? 12.50. 12.53. So, well, whatever. I don't care. I mean, if you can't like, it's kind of like politics, right? If you can't take the hits, then you shouldn't be dealing the hits, right? If you want to make 10,000%, 100,000% returns in cryptocurrency, you gotta learn to ride this bear because that's exactly what this is, right? Because remember, the markets always go up a lot and down a lot. If you want that big up a lot situation, you have to absorb the down a lot situations, which is what we're going through now. Have I gained? He's Brosif on Trovo, by the way. I saw a guy named Bosif follow me on Twitter. Maybe. Oh, maybe it was that guy. Oh, let me send this. Okay, well, I appreciate it. Oh, actually, Actually, I shouldn't say a record, because back when I was covering the Q shit, we had like hundreds of followers. No, I actually had almost up to 700. And that's a sad thing, too. People are still pushing the Q stuff. I mean, I understand that it's real, but it's pretty obvious that their competency level is just like zero. They ain't doing anything. And on top of that, Trump is going on a tour, and then Q has been telling people, "Oh, Trump's going to be reinstated in August," even though he's just said he's doing a speaking tour in August. It's just like, it really hurts my brain sometimes. But what are we gonna do? There's going to be a job opening for crypto therapists that talk the paper hands through the bear markets. Well, that's what these live streams are for. Now the government will ban it by next year. No, at this point, oh yeah, look at me staring at the screen and that's still. Now the government, I think at this point Q is a lot more useful to actually the feds and the Joe Biden people simply because it's an effective tool to pacify the Trump supporters into basically being complacent now. So, it's too bad, really. It's too bad. But whatever. I mean, we've got Nick Fuentes, so Everything will work itself out. And on top of that, the Olympics are now introducing transgender athletes into their thing. So I actually support that 100%, believe it or not, right? Because it actually hurts the left. I've always said this. It hurts the left. And now that you're putting on the Olympic stage, now you're going to turbocharge that pain to all liberals, specifically feminazis. I'm all for it, right? Anything that helps us, where the enemies are hitting each other, that takes so much load off of us. It's just like in Tarkov or Battle Royale. It's called third partying, right? You see one guy attacking a second guy, so what you do is you let those two idiots fight each other out, weaken themselves, and then you just pop them both in the head instantly. You claim both kills. It's called third party. That's exactly what this is. So I applaud the Olympics, the Olympic Committee welcoming transgender athletes into women's sports. It's gonna be fantastic for us, but not for the reasons that most people think. But that's because we're smart and they're not. Abolish female sports, let them destroy each other. Yeah, we can't abolish female sports, but we can do. But basically, transgenders will do the next best thing. So, all right. And I'm not allowed to disagree with transgenders, so hey, take it up with the Olympic Committee. Feminazi, I like that term. Yeah, I'm pretty sure either I came up with it or I heard it from somewhere else. She would go up that much. Actually, I think it would. That's why I am putting a nice big bet on she. But it's okay if your friend doesn't want to do it. Like that's totally understandable too. Especially since he only has $500, so he should just go with the pancake swap. Collect his cash flow and collect his, very stable capital gains when this crypto market finally skyrockets. Obviously I have money, so I have more options. Never interrupt their enemy when they're making a mistake. Yes, exactly. Oh, so Napoleon was the one that said that. Really? Napoleon... Never interrupt enemy. Oh, I spelled enemy wrong, but I should know. Oh, he really did say that. Oh, he really did say that. Oh, fucking A. I actually like Napoleon too. Like, I was thinking that the French character in Seditionist would eventually be like Napoleon. So I have to do more research. But the thing is, she's played by a woman, so it would be like a woman Napoleon. And I realized that like my story so far has a little too many women in it, so I need to add more men. But that's easily rectified. So, will she go to 1 trillion? I did the math already, but I forgot what the price target is. But something around, it's going to be worth the same market cap as Dogcoin. So whatever that comes out to, and don't forget, 10 to 40% of all Shiba tokens are already burned because Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, received a bunch of Shiba tokens from the Shiba community and he threw it all away. But he gave away, I forgot what it was, but he received 40%. He gave away 20% of that, so basically half, to charity, and the other half he threw it away and burned it. You'll have to double check me on the numbers, but that definitely happened. So there's a lot of sheep tokens that are just not in circulation. So, actually, I'm kind of hoping that CoinMarketCap has already taken that into account and will actually just tell us. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if this number includes all that was ever created or the number after the burn by Vitalik Buterin. So, I don't know. All right, let's get to the thingamajig. So whatever the market cap of Dogcoin is, you can expect Shiba Coin to kind of match that. It would not go beyond Dogcoin though. So that's how you would look at it. That's how I look at it.
Me, Gregory Manorino,
I'm hide my camera because I got to eat.
Sit down. Just sit down for a moment. Take a deep breath and relax because we have to talk. So anyway, my post-market wrap-up on this lovely record-setting day for the stock market. Yes, we hit a new all-time record high for the NASDAQ. Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021. People, it's an astonishing thing. what just a few words from the Federal Reserve are able to do for this market. As we all understand, the
I missed a lot of the crypto stuff when I watched the Rumble videos. All right, awesome. Something is an illegal word. I don't know. It's a four-letter word. So what did I say that was? I don't know. But yeah, it probably is. I ban calls to violence, anything that could aid and abet swatting or doxing, and I banned the word XRP, I think. Oh, I also banned the word Tencent and China, and I think Chinese as well.
driving force behind, everything, including the stock market, is the Federal Reserve. They are sincerely the market mover supreme. And what comes out of their mouths moves the markets. It's astonishing to me, but that's how much power they have because, again, nothing is real. Nothing is what it seems. Once the market is reassured that the Fed is going to...
Oh yeah, that totally makes sense. Road, yeah. That's you? Yeah, there's chicken bone on my mouth. Yeah, that can be used for, if someone was to dox someone's address, yeah, sometimes they live by, XYZ road. Oh, I gotta minimize that request here. Yeah, that's a lot of constructs.
keep buying it all, well, you get a new record high for the stock market, the NASDAQ. And this, again, is no surprise to you, despite the calls for crashes, despite, biblical predictions that it's all over here for the stock market. I've been telling you the market's going to continue higher, record high, record high. And guess what? New record high today. Lovely, just lovely. Let's move forward here. Gold fell under pressure today. Silver fell under pressure today. Crude oil fell under pressure today, still over $73 a barrel. Cryptocurrencies fell under pressure today. It looks like risk on, cash making its way into the stock market. And it's going to get this thing is going to continue more cash into the stock market. We got a lot to talk about, like I said.
Yeah, that's actually good because if more cash goes in the stock market, eventually, and like you said, risk on, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is seen as risky. They're going to start moving that money into crypto. So, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Again, the faster those Chinese miners get back up and running and away from China, the better this will go. And on top of that, for some reason, the NASDAQ is also doing pretty well. All right, Riot is up a lot too, which is a Bitcoin mining based stock. So it should be only a matter of time before, this thing starts popping off. Ooh, this is spicy.
Said 10-year yield stable here, dollar weaker. So that's where we stand right now. Are you happy? Are you happy that we have a new record high with regard to the NASDAQ? No, you probably don't care too much. You knew it was going to happen anyway. I explained to you these dips are going to get bought, and they're going to get bought across the board. Even cryptocurrencies, they're not going to zero. If you have a little patience, this thing will play out for you the way I believe it's going to go, and we'll see. Anyway, let us talk here. So
you're a mod here, Mini Wazo, so the filter doesn't apply to you, if you remember.
let me set the lovely stage for you. So this market under pressure earlier, stocks were under pressure. Then, as I outlined in my video from this morning, we heard from, I just have to laugh, Federal Reserve President John Freaky Williams. I mean, the man's a little freaky. You ever really get a look at him? He's a little freaky. But anyway, the market started to turn around after what he said. So Fed President John Williams said this. This is a quote. I actually wrote this as a quote. This is what he said.
That's funny. His name is John Williams. Like the Star Wars music composer.
Interest rate hike is quite a way off. You see, I wrote a duh in there. Duh. Like we don't really know that? Oh, we know that. Oh, yeah. Well, then it got followed up the back door by Powell. by Yellowstein himself, the man who's really the leader of the entire world, Fed chairperson Yellowstein, Powell. So this is what he's explaining. I had a few choice things to say. Now let's pay attention to this. It's just lovely. So as we know, he got to testify today, and he was thanked for his service. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service. Oh, you know, they all thank him, of course, and most of them did. Some didn't. Some people, and they got it right asking him what's going on. But here's pretty much where we stand here. Powell, inflation is transitory. Lovely, but still, no follow-up questions. Not one of our representatives said, hey, Mr. Powell, you know, you really are Yellowstein. But anyway, sir, can you explain to us here why, sir, inflation is transitory? All right, no, doesn't let us know about that. But he did say this, that the Fed will continue, this is a quote, the Fed will continue to support the economy for as long as it takes. Oh, that was it. New record high for the NASDAQ. You have to understand, there's no support here. All the man is talking about is issuing monumentally more debt as our economy free falls. Our debt to GDP ratio continues to hyper balloon. And this is, again, a design of the central banks, the Federal Reserve. So he's talking about supporting the economy until as long as it takes. He's not supporting anything. Like I said, he's creating a nation of debt slaves, a nation slave, and individuals who are slaves to the central bank. You understand that? I think you do. He also went on to say this, and this is lovely, and I want you to pay attention. Take a second to just reseat yourself like I am. Square yourself in your seat. Take a nice deep breath, because this is lovely. So he went on to say, again, he is not concerned about inflation. Okay, it's rising at its fastest pace ever. But the man is not concerned about that. Again, he says it's transitory, no reason why. But what he is concerned about, he's concerned about the variance of the disease that's going around. I can't say it here. I think you know that. He's more concerned about the variance out there and the fact that more people need to be vaccinated. Like I said recently, I always get my medical advice from the Federal Reserve. Don't you? I mean, yeah. Duh. Isn't that where we should be getting our medical advice from, the Federal Reserve? Well, yeah. Well, he wants everybody vaccinated, and he's more concerned that people aren't getting vaccinated in the amounts he would like to see than inflation rising at its fastest pace ever in history. Now, let me ask you, understanding that Fed Chair Powell is more concerned about variants to the virus going around than inflation, and he wants more people vaccinated, does that surprise you? Are you shocked? Or does that deserve a duh? I mean, what else did you expect to come out of his mouth, people? I don't know. You tell me, because again, this must be above my pay grade. I just don't know. So let's just put this together real quick. So we had a market today that started out weak. Okay, downside, stocks under pressure, things not looking too good. But then we got a 1-2 punch from the Fed. Williams saying, hey.
Oh.
Hey, yes, everybody.
Deliberately
Any interest rate hike is
withholding
quite a ways off.
makes me appreciate it so much more when I get to
See what I'm
read it.
talking about? And then we get Powell here. Oh yeah. It's transitory. I'm not even worried about it. I want more people to be vaccinated. That's what I'm worried about. People aren't getting vaccinated enough. Yeah, so that's really where we're at here. And the ass kissers. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Let me ask you this. Why is it that not one member of our representatives today, because they care so much about us, why are they not asking him, okay, why are you buying it all? Why are you continuing to buy mortgage-backed securities
Yeah,
at
only
$40
Ron
billion
Paul
a
would
month
talk about
at a
this thing.
minimum, providing artificial demand
And he's
for
not in the
housing when
game
we're in a hyper
anymore.
bubble, when housing prices have gone parabolic? Why then, sir, are you buying $120 billion worth of debt every month because we're doing so well and our economy is booming? Why do we need to do that? Why? Why are our representatives sitting back and doing nothing? Zero. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. While our country is taken over by the Federal Reserve, the world is being taken over by central banks. Can you please clarify that for me in the comments section? Because I would greatly appreciate that. Again, it must be above my pay grade. I cannot understand why certain questions are
About to
not
breathe
asked
fire
of the
any
Federal
minute.
Reserve chairperson or a Fed president when they have the opportunity to be asked by, I don't know, someone that's supposed to be on our side, our representatives, because they're supposed to represent the American people.
See, now oops.
Does it seem to
Ah,
you like
shit.
they are emphasizing one over the other?
How did I wind up
Let me
doing?
ask you with a show of hands real quick before I let you go. Be on our side, our representatives, because they're supposed to represent the American people. Let me ask you with a show of hands real quick before I let you go. Do you believe that we have any kind of representation with regard to government, or do you believe that you're a piece of dog shit compared to these people who believe the Federal Reserve can do whatever they want to? They don't give a shit what happens to you at all. Zero. They have given the Federal Reserve a blank check to do anything it wants at any time. Again, you just bailed out, in case you forgot, because things go out of people's minds. We just bailed out the tech sector. The entire tech sector got bailed out to the tune of $250 billion. Okay. Meanwhile, they are awash with cash. They have too much cash. They don't know what to do with it. But you bailed them out. That's, NASDAQ new record high here. And let me just say this here. With regard to stock buybacks, well, lovely. The Federal Reserve is going to give the banks.
Oh yeah, I do. Greg Manuel did mention this morning. I couldn't find too much reference to regulations. The only thing I could find was regulating DeFi from the CFTC commissioner. And he's been making those comments like a couple of weeks ago. And he seems mostly focused on derivatives. So that's Ledger X, Deribit, whatever. But we're already pretty good on that. So I think for now, DeFi, the regulation stuff is off the table. But, I'm have to keep an eye on it.
The green light to start buying back shares of their own stock. You tell me, where should you be putting your money to work? In the financial sector that took a hit recently? Oh yeah, maybe you should, like I said.
Right.
Absolutely, people. Anyway, tell me, after listening to this video, is it possible, in your opinion, to make any of this stuff up? If you lived in an alternative universe, could you make up anything that I just covered in this video blog in your wildest dreams? I don't think so. I think it's so abstract and so twisted. You couldn't do it. I don't think the most talented science fiction writer on the planet or off the planet would be able to do it. Because I don't think it's possible. I really don't. All right, people, with that said, very important video. Lots of stuff I covered here. And I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you, and I promise to read the comments. Even if I don't respond, I will read your words. Tell me what you think about the things I've covered here in this video. I really am very curious about that. All right, this guy here, and I mean this with all my heart, loves all of you, truly. And I will see you in the morning for some more fun and games. And it's just going to be just as lovely as right now, if you can possibly believe that. See ya.
And Iran stealing people's Bitcoin miners. Okay, so this is very bullish, but that regulation is going to be a real problem. Let me actually retweet this. Blockchain Capital raises $300 million from PayPal and Visa. I spelled the word "from" wrong. So Now farm the hashtags. Okay, I don't need to read this. The headline's more than enough. So, all right, that's very good. So that's a bullish sign. That's actually very bullish. I got 1,400 quid, and what you said, putting on the pancake DeFi is the play at moment. Yep. I mean, that's what I would do. And then you have your choice between the Merlin pool. This one's a safer pool, and it also pays you in full cake. This one splits your reward. You still get a total of 185.28% now. Thank God it's going up. But it splits 78.19. So let's say you put in 100 cake to keep this simple, right? Let's say you have 100 cake in this, right? After 1 year, you'll have 78.19 cake, and you'll have 107.09 Merlin coin. So that's how you're getting your split. You know, so it's actually very easy. But I mean, this is still way more money than just the auto cake on Pancake Swap. So it's up to you which one. But I'm in this one, so. Okay. Brian Larson said he would push for implementation of a new anti-money laundering act of 2020, including new regulations around crypto. He's working. Yeah, this is how they always. You know, it's either protecting the consumer or going against money laundering, which is just bullshit because, you know, Democrats and even Republicans too, they do money laundering all the time too. They just do it through non-governmental organizations, and it's considered legal. Basically, they're abusing the charity system. Regulator, we refers to the particular priority, so they definitely want to see these fucking shitlibs. My crypto highs no set at AML 2020 reflect the expanded ability to prevent cryptos from undermining existing laws. How you apply the creation of crypto is also part of his possible innovation in the U.S. Okay, so at least he's not a complete asshole towards crypto. But of course, I mean, we probably cannot trust him. Probably new authority, they're covered by the law. Crypto virtual fiat is covered by the Bank Secrecy Act. Okay. Finn said, has been really used a duty to apply to Turkey, although the latest pack in 1970 said the BS was probably to allow the general for credit tool to regulate. Same thing, Rosenberg, making current AML regulatory requirements for crypto appropriate and consistent. Illicit financing. To the IRS. Technically this is supposed to already be happening, and this would only have jurisdiction in America. So America can try to extend this 10K thing to exchanges outside of America, but usually most non-American companies are going to say go fuck yourself, which is obviously good, all right? Because I definitely know Hotbit's going to do the same thing. Other countries also respond by just simply blocking American IP addresses, basically blocking Americans from accessing their sites. So so far not too bad, but obviously, you know, it's a slippery slope. So the idea is to be able to track everything and shut everybody down, just like what China's basically doing right now. Like China's already, like, you know, just going super ham on this. So yeah. Okay, so I have not received anything. It's already 5:35, so I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna file the Kickstarter trademark takedown thing, because, you know, I have 2 days before they disperse money to that infringing project. So I'm hoping they can get around to it before they disperse it, so they can protect the backers, and then, you know, we'll go from there. From now on, I should use KuCoin for anonymate. That word is just so hard for me to pronounce. But yeah, that's basically what everyone's going to do, and they're going to start using VPNs. So eventually what will happen is everyone will be on VPNs to get around these bans and tracking things, and then we'll see what the government's power structure is like at that point. I'm hoping by then nationalism will be much stronger, so maybe they could pull back this shit liberty, right? But they're definitely going to go after the VPNs as well, so nowhere is going to be safe, right? I mean, again, we just have to stand our ground and fight. So, but yeah, 07s, thanks everyone for watching. Yeah, it's just got like a million things on my mind. I better go deal with it. So, thanks for watching. I will see you all, what is it, tomorrow? Uh, shit, I did not record this video. Oh, wait a minute. I never upload live streams to Rumble. What am I thinking about? So I just have to whatever. But oh, hey, Herbivore. But for the most part, it's a good sign that Bitcoin's battling back very hard. So it's definitely establishing a bottom now. At this point, it's just establish a bottom and wait out the clock, right? And then once we wait out the clock, the Chinese miners will just, keep. Yeah, I just finished. The Chinese miners will be back up and running, and then we'll go back to normal. And I could use more money too, because there's a possibility I might have to file a lawsuit. So that's gonna be more money. But I'm pretty confident it will not get to that because I already have my statement of use. I'm eventually gonna get my trademarks registered. I also have another secret weapon that I'm not going to be telling anybody until after I do it, and then in fact, after I do, I still won't tell anybody, except I'll just say I activated the secret weapon. And then, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use that. So I'm just gonna keep quiet about that, right? No, it's not illegal. I'm not gonna kill anyone. But well, I'm definitely gonna crush the hopes and dreams of those trademark infringers. That's for sure. Or at least that's the intent. So we'll see. So anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. I believe I've covered all the salient points. I gotta start using that word more. But why not just say important? Yeah, fundamentally things are looking pretty good. So just hopefully this, because remember, the markets last week were totally shit, right? Every single day last week, the stock markets just kept going down and Bitcoin was kind of wiffle-waffling, right? This week, including the weekend, Bitcoin and crypto are the ones that are now tanking, right, and wiffle-waffling. Meanwhile, the stock markets are, doing really well. So hopefully that's a lagging indicator, and then Bitcoin and crypto will eventually go up by a lot. But again, thanks to China being a bunch of assholes towards their own citizens with Bitcoin mining, we have to wait for that to resolve. So that's pretty much where we're at. So. All right, I better go. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow after markets close. And of course, if you just got here, watch the replay. So.